What's up, everybody? It's your boy Spartan Sarge here. I have to get this off my chest a little bit here. I have a complaint when it comes to Halo 5. Now, now look, I know there's a lot of people that go out there and bitch and moan about fucking Halo 5's campaign, and all that shit. Now, the reason why I'm about to complain is due to time. Time is my complaint on this one. I'm not talking about the character development of what happens in the campaign itself. My complaint actually is with time, and let me explain here. Okay, you play Halo 1, Halo CE for true hardcore gamers, and it ends on that little cliffhanger. Great. Then Halo 2 starts up, and Master Chief, he's back at Earth, and he's ready to go. Now, there is a time gap between Halo CE and Halo 2. Not a huge time gap, by the way. Not very long. Yes, to figure out what exactly happened to Chief, you have to go read, I believe it was Halo First Strike, because I know it goes Fall of Reach, The Flood, and then First Strike. If I'm right, it explains what happens in First Strike. That's how he gets back to Earth and what happens in between there. And it's a great book. But it's not a huge time gap, okay? It's not a huge one. It's not. And, there's no reason to really have to read this, but, if you want, go do it, and you'll figure everything out, and you'll realize what's going on with Johnson and all that shit, too. But you don't have to read it, okay? And then Halo 2, you fight through the entire campaign, as Chief and the Arbiter, and it ends with, the Chief saying he'll finish the fight. Halo 3 picks up. Guess what? It picks up literally right at the moment he says finishing the fight. He drops out of that fucking Forerunner Dreadnought and hits Earth and starts fighting, okay? That's literally how Halo 3 starts off. There's no time gap at all. It's, bam, bam. Halo 2 happened in Halo 3, okay? You get into Halo 4, here's what happens, okay? You play the entire campaign of Halo 4. And it's a great campaign, don't get me wrong. Halo 4, in my opinion, was a very good campaign. I loved the ending. It was very emotional. It showed fucking, John's side, Cortana's side, all that shit. Very good campaign. It ends. Then Spartan Ops, which, by the way, does follow story, it's canon. It's 6 months later. And, that's fine. There's a 6 months gap between Halo 4's actual campaign and then Spartan Ops. That's fine. Because not a whole lot has happened in between there. But Spartan Ops kicks up. You go down and do all your little missions. And, Halsey gets Halsey goes over to June and all that shit. And then you get the Janus key. The fucking Janus key. Which can track all current Forerunner fucking technology in real time. And this kind of gets written off. Now, I know it doesn't really get written off. I know that you have to go read Halo Escalations to truly figure out what the fuck just happened. And, actually, if you read Halo Escalations, there's actually something that happens within the first 48 hours after Halo 4's campaign ends. It's where, Chief rendezvous with Blue Team. They go after the Didact, and they basically more or less kill him indefinitely. So this is why you don't see him in Halo 5. But hey, if you didn't read the Escalation comics, you wouldn't know this. You wouldn't know any of that extra shit happened. You kind of don't have to, but at the same time, it's kind of like that was kind of like an unnecessary thing that you don't really have to learn because you think you already killed him. But then again, with how Halo 5 goes, by the way, spoiler, with Cortana coming back, and she goes through the slipspace rupture and basically hits up the domain and she fucking becomes real, okay? The whole thing is you didn't kill Didact. He just went through a slipspace rupture, which since he is technically composed, he's immune to this. He's immune to the composer. And it literally sends it right on back to the fucking planet. So, but he ends up on a Halo ring, and he ends up fucking, Blue Team follows him, and they end up finding, I think, 6 or 8 more composers that the Didact has ready to use. which, I mean, I see a bit of a plot hole here, because if that's the fucking case, why did he have to go with fucking the Halo installation to get one? Whatever, I'm not getting into it. But blue team fights them, basically that fucks them up for a while, and they literally end up having to trap him on a part of the Halo ring, and ejecting the Halo ring, and having him burn out. Now, that's the most I've read of that part. I haven't actually read any of the other Escalation comics, but literally with the time frame between Halo 4 and Halo 5, I wonder what the fuck just happened. Like, we'll go off of Spartan Ops where it ended with, Dr. Halsey and June getting out, and, she's just June's like, what do you want to do? And she's like, I want fucking revenge. Where is this story? Where is the story with Halsey? And the reason why, and it's canon because, well, it's the first mission in Halo 5. Oh, go rescue Dr. Halsey from June. Like, what? She's still missing her arm, all that shit. But, nothing is said about the Janus key and everything. There's a huge time gap. And yes, there is, extended comic books that can fucking, fill the gap. But, it happened in the video game. The Janus key happened in the game. It wasn't side. It wasn't extended universe. No, it happened in the game. Explain more as to what the fuck actually just happened. That was part of my little pissed off moment of Halo 5, besides other things, with how the story went, with the fact that you only played Chief for 3 fucking missions. You played Locke, which, I'm fine with playing Locke, but, it should have been a 50-50 deal, not a, 80-20 deal. And the fact that 3 of the fucking missions that you play are just you going through a camp. So, and they count as full missions. It's literally, you can end that mission within, 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes. On Legendary, because there's nothing you're doing. You're just talking to people. So, but that's my little rant. There's a time gap. And I'm really hoping that come Halo 6, or whatever the heck they're going to call it, that there's not a huge time gap. It shouldn't be that big of a time gap. I can get, a little time gap. I understand a little bit of time gap. And I understand certain things not being fully explained. But something as big as the Janus key that happened in the game, where is it? Why is it not being talked about? Why is it fucking Halsey being welcomed back in open arms when she practically is a traitor? She's a traitor to UNSC. She went against them and went to this rogue covenant. At first, she didn't fucking, she thought they were coming to rescue her. No, no. She was a fucking traitor, okay? I love Halsey. I'm not talking shit about her. I really do love Halsey. But she's a traitor. Why is it that she's welcomed back in open arms? Do we not fucking remember that in Spartan Ops she was delivered to the UNSC Infinity via fucking guards, where she was handcuffed because she was a war criminal? Now, I do say that part's a little bullshit. She should not be considered a war criminal. But, it's just the fact of the matter. And, with everything that went on, why is she welcomed back with open arms? And I'm talking before everything went down with Cortana. This is all before everything was going down with Cortana. I can understand after, Cortana, it's okay, yeah, Halsey, we need your help kind of thing. I can understand that, but before? No. Nothing's being explained. Nothing has been explained about Halsey. Except if you go into the extended universe, which me, I would. I really will. I will end up going. I'm a huge Halo fan. I've read most of the books. Only a few of them I haven't, just because I haven't gotten around to getting them. But for me, it's not a huge deal that I have to go do this. But at the same time, when something happens in the game, it straight up happens in the game, it should be explained via the video game, not via the extended universe. The whole thing of Blue Team, Blue Team was explained via extended universe first. They were never in the video games prior to, Halo 5. They were never in there. Now, I do agree they should have gave them a little bit more character development for newer players, especially for people that don't read the books. Because honestly, when you see these people, who the fuck are them? You're explaining, they were in boot camp with Chief. That's the only explanation you got, and it's bullshit. Fucking bullshit. They treated them like blue team, characters that true Halo fans have been waiting to see because we've known they have been alive. Literally get swept underneath the rug. No character development, no nothing. What the fuck? What the fuck? You know, and it's just, I don't know. Like, I had high hopes for Halo 5 because, I mean, Halo 4 was a great story. It had a great story. It made you feel. It made you, like, with how they were talking about, oh, we're going to the darker side with, you know, Chief and everything. Like, you actually felt it with Halo 4. Like, I cried. I personally, I cried seeing Cortana dying. I don't know about you. I know a couple of my friends who played who are big Halo fans. They cried too. They cried like little babies when they saw Cortana die because it was emotional. And it kind of just got written off. Now, like, I'm not going to go too much into Cortana with her being back. I do understand how she got back because I kind of predicted that they were going to bring her back and she was going to be alive. I knew she was going to be alive. Like, it wasn't, you know, there was any way of saving her, like, you know, with with Halsey or, like, getting a little fragment. No, I knew for a fact her going in that slip stage rupture was going to bring her back. Like, I called it really hard. I wish they did bring her back just because it made the death a little bit useless now. Like, it makes that emotional attachment that we had to her death a little, you know, there's no point to it now, you know. Like, she's back, she's alive, she's evil. And people are bitching that it's out of character for her. It is out of character for her, but then you gotta realize, look at the Forerunners, how they rule the galaxy, and the fact that she went into the domain, which, by the way, the domain is not Forerunner, and you know, at all. That's the Persecutors technology that the Forerunners fucking access. Now, I'm expecting them to come back, or, you know, or the Flood, which technically that's who they are. And I'm expecting, like, the Librarian to come back in Halo 6, but we'll see how that one goes. I don't know. With how 343 likes to kind of forget about things, I don't know. But, yeah, that's one of my, you know, gripes with Halo right now, is just that time gap. That fucking time gap. Like, it's a huge time gap, too. Like, you don't know what the fuck just happened. You don't know what the fuck just happened. Like, what, like, you don't know how long, like, first off, we don't even know how long it's been, at least I don't. I might have missed something with that one, but I don't know how long it's been since Halo 4 to Halo, Spartan Ops to Halo fucking 6, okay? Let's just be honest, Spartan Ops to Halo 6, because it didn't end at Halo 4's campaign, it ended at Spartan Ops campaign, and I don't know how long it's been since then. But it seems like it's a huge time gap and nothing has been explained. Like, you don't even have to, like, explain it in, like, a cutscene. Just talk, like, you know, there's a lot of character dialogue. Talk about it, like, oh, hey, you know, why, you know, we're getting Halsey, you know, you could have fucking explained what the hell just happened with Halsey and all that shit, but no, nothing got explained. So, alright, guys, that's my little rant for Halo 5 right now. And come back, I'll probably end up doing a couple more for a few video games. I'm actually planning on doing a little bit of a prediction with Halo 6. I just gotta, like, reread a few books and just get a general idea of what I think will come out of Halo 6. But alright, guys, it's been Spartan Sarge, so I'll see you next time.